Hey everybody, it's Angela and I am back with another layout video today. And this one's going to be a little bit different. I am doing kind of a collage title page to my childhood album. And if you haven't seen some of my prior videos, my childhood album is a pocketed page protector style scrapbook album where I'm doing different things from my Gen X childhood. And I've done a video previously on all the cartoons I watched as a child, and I've done a video on all the books that I've read as a child, or my favorite ones. And I've also gathered all the photos of my own photos and photos off the internet of other topics during my childhood, and I've got them all into the pocketed page protectors, but I haven't actually done much decorating of them or done the journaling yet. And I didn't have a title page. So that's what I'm doing today. And so I've gathered together all these different items that I'm using to decorate the album. Some of these items are things we still use today. Some of them are kind of retro and coming back into fashion. And some of them you just don't see much anymore. So I found this piece of paper. This is either out of it's a die cuts with a view paper from either Sunday Morning or the Sunny Day collection. I can't remember which, but I'm just going to use this one piece of paper. And I have some leftover fussy cut items from different things I've done, a bunch of just different childhood die cuts out of various collections that I've kind of gathered together. And I kind of put them in categories there on the top. I knew I had more than what I could use on this page, but I did want to kind of represent like clocks and TVs and typewriters and things like that. So I'm just looking at what I have to work with. And this piece of paper has the yellow, green, orange, red, and teal at the top. So I've got a lot of colors to choose from. And then it has this nice open gridded section at the bottom where I can do most of my collaging. And so I'm going to have it kind of cascade from the upper left to the bottom right. And I'm just going through the items, kind of trying to disperse the colors, kind of across that page. And I love that little red wagon. I think that's really cute, although it's kind of large. So what I'm going to do is let that hang off the left-hand side of the page and trim it. So that way it's still there. It's still, a really big icon showing on the page, and yet it's not taking up too much real estate on the page. And then I also knew I wanted to do a little bit of stamping. I have some great stamps and stuff that I can use. And so I just pulled out a few of them. And I'm going to go ahead, and I don't really have much cameras here. Now I could have I have a whole like clamshell tub of just camera stuff, but I'm trying to just use kind of what was on my desk at the moment. So I go ahead and I use the stamps to represent more of, the cameras and having film cameras. So I'm going to use that film strip. And then I also found down there like a Viewmaster stamp. So I'm going to put that on the page as well. And at first I'm going to do them all in like different colors of ink, but this black stamped so well. I do wind up kind of changing my mind. I think I do the next stamp, this little one that says remember, and I do it in green, and I didn't really care for it. It didn't stamp all that well. I was like, well, this is okay, but I think I'm going to stick with black. So the green one does wind up getting covered up eventually. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do this black instead. It just stamps so well. And it does need those punches of black throughout the collage. And then I also have this Polaroid camera that I'm going to put on there. And so that's most of the stamping. I am going to put a few words and phrases on here later, but I want to get my die cut items positioned before I do that. And so now I'm just going to mostly do a bunch of moving around. And I apologize for this layout being a little bit too low on my desk. I didn't realize I wasn't completely in frame, but I do show close-ups of the bottom of the page here, the end. So I've got this TV, old, like a console TV, a roller skate. What's kind of cut off there below the bingo card is like a little record player. And then I've got the wagon, I've got a public telephone, and just a lot of little things about, you know, childhood and stuff that I remember that, you know, just reminds me of that time. And I've had so much fun doing this album. I mean, going back through, I joined a couple Facebook groups for Gen X and got a lot of photos off of there, or just reminders of things to look for and stuff of my childhood that I just hadn't thought of for a long time. And I did that kind of over last winter. I've been working on this album for several years now, and just gathering the pictures together was a big part of this, and I think it was probably the most fun part too. So it needed a punch of green there in the center to bring that green down. I didn't have much in the way of green, so I did kind of peel everything up and stick that tag below. I do cover up where it says date because I put Gen X in that upper tab that's pre-printed on the paper, so that kind of is the date, because I'm kind of loosely, this is mostly the 70s into the 80s. And then I'm going to do a little journaling. I haven't decided if I'm going to put on there, I have the album divided into different categories, and so I may kind of write my kind of table of contents on that title page. I'm not sure yet, because I didn't really put a big title. It's a title page, but I didn't put a huge title. I don't know. Let me know if you think I need to put a big title on there and what it should be. I just wasn't sure. I have the kind of remember yesterday, and I have that remember this, and then I put the word Gen X, but I don't really have any kind of standout title on there, and I'm not sure if that would be necessary or not necessary, or I don't know at this point. But I do like the way it turned out. I love the collage. I'm putting on here some puffy stickers, like this retro typewriter, the Keystrike typewriter, and there's a little camera and some arrows and a cassette tape. And then I put this little hashtag, and then that's where I'm going to put Gen X behind. Oh, and I put a popsicle on there, just using up more of those puffy stickers. A little Polaroid camera. Yeah, like I said, this was just so much fun to do. I don't know, maybe I'm getting to an age of where what I remember is being glossed over, and makes me nostalgic. Okay, so here I found these little letters. They're kind of a gold on a clear sticker. So I put Gen X, and then they also had some hearts on this alpha sheet. So I go ahead and put a couple hearts in here just to kind of bring that lettering down into the collage. And then I don't show it here, but when I do the close-ups, you'll see that digital clock does wind up on here, and I cover up that thing that says date there. Oh, I'm putting a little K & Co, this little girl, in the middle of the TV, because the TV looked a little, you know, just blank and lost. So I had that, was just sitting on my desk, so I'm like, perfect. And then these bottle caps, they're like pins, but I just took the pin backs off of them, and I'm going to put those on there. And it just adds a little more height, another texture, besides just the puffy stickers. And that phone is a chipboard public telephone. And I've got some clear stickers, and there's just all kinds of different stickers and papers and die cuts. It was a great way to use a lot of these up. So I put that on, and now I'm going to show you the finished thing. Here's my album, and this page is going to go right here in the front. I'm sorry that my contrast is a little off here. It was kind of a sunny outside, and it was throwing off my camera a little bit. I put a little bit of journaling on there, and I covered up the date with remember the details, and there's the clock with it feels like home on there. And here you can see the little record player with the roller skate. And yeah, I really love how it turned out. I'm just not sure if I should have put a big title on here or not, but this is kind of going to be the first page. And then, like I said, I've already done a video on doing this cartoons and children's television. And this is kind of my TV, movies section. I put like TV shows, I did some game shows and commercials, movies that I remember as a child. Here's like TV shows. And then you can see I have a huge amount of pages, just the things stuck in the pockets. I've got music there. And then this next section is books, and I've done a video on this that you can look back at. I'll try to link those below. And then I've got like school, and I think I do just like a little tiny flip here. Yeah, I've got candy and toys and cars and food and clothes, crafts, furniture, technology, computers, you know, that kind of stuff. And I just haven't decorated them. So let me know if you're interested in watching me decorate and journal the other pages in this. Yeah, let me know if you want me to do videos on that or not. So anyhow, this is my finished page, and I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you have any questions down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.